On June 12th, we saw the latest release of the US CPI data, which came in at a better than expected 3.3% year over year. Though the beat was modest from expectations of 3.4%, it did seem to reassure markets that inflation is not reaccelerating. Now, one of the key parts of the data was a 0% change in month-over-month headline inflation. Two-year Treasury yields moved aggressively lower from 4.83% just before the data to 4.69% just after. Now, the futures market went from pricing in 40 basis points of easing in 2024 to now over 50 basis points, this according to the CME FedWatch tool. One thing that the market did seem to ignore, though, was an increase of plus 0.8 year-over-year average hourly earnings. Now, equity markets welcomed the news as well, with the S&P rallying over 1% post-data. But now there is still the issue of when the Fed will begin its easing cycle. Now, the market consensus prior to the number was 12%. That shot up to 17% just after the number, but then went back down to 8.8% after hearing from the FOMC later in the day. The hike is probably going to come at the September meeting. That's when they're pricing it in right now. But there are some key data points along the way. The PPI is coming out on June 13th and retail sales on June 18th. These numbers are important, but would probably need to be far off expectations to cancel out the effects of this CPI report. Now, if a trader believes that the two-year Treasury yields could continue lower from here, they could sell the micro June two-year Treasury yield futures contract at 4.63 and target a move back to January lows of 4.15. A stop for this trade could be placed above at 4.93. This trade could make $480 if the target is reached and risks $300 if you're stopped out of your level. Now, if a trader believes that two-year yields could move higher from here, they could buy the June micro two-year Treasury yield futures contract at 4.63 and target a move back to the October highs of 5.20. A stop for this trade could be placed below at 4.33. This trade could make $570 if the target is reached and risks $300 if you're stopped out at your level.